What do I fear most about this? Everything.
He's brave.
It bites back immediately. No one's prepared yet.
Well, it's the green hell.
It's a 7-day party. It's one of the races where all of the fans are there before.
The meaning green hell really comes to place here.
One error on yourself and you're in the tire barrier.
So many dangerous, high-speed, blind corners.
Which makes it really tricky for us as a driver, but also spectacular to watch the race.
It is probably one of the most intense weeks ever because you can't plan anything at the Nürburgring.
ALMS ended with Abu Dhabi, and that genuinely was a rather blank, let's say terrible result. 0 for 5, nothing to show for. The year moves on, and the next program is the Intercontinental GT Challenge. Unlike the other rounds in IGTC, Spa, Indy, all that we know, Nür is a completely new beast. The act of driving alone, it's different from a race weekend. When you're first time at Nordschleife, all seat time helps, and so the team was very kind to give me a GT3 RS. That allows you, to focus on your own goals, if you will, or trying to put yourself in the right mindset. But you drive this track in a race car, expecting to do race car things, that's a whole new level of perception, whole new depth to it, whole new order of magnitude of challenge.
He's brave. He's really brave. You can also see it on the entry list. There are not much bronze drivers who want to do the Intercontinental Challenge. So this really focus on this championship.
Credits to Antares that he says, this is the race I want to do. This is a big, big challenge. I want to learn as much as I can. I want to become a better driver. And sure, if you conquer the green hell, it will also help you in any other place.
Meet that challenge when you're capable. Nürburgring is a very special event and a very special venue in its own right. You are required to demonstrate basic proficiency. After that, we ran through a number of preparatory races. NLS, which is the home series of the 24 hours. Through doing NLS 1, 2, 3, and 4, we've actually done a few good things, and because of the performance in those races, we've pre-qualified for top qualifying, which is the equivalent of Super Pole here at Nür 24. From race week onwards, it's only the qualifying sessions. Now, they're actually true to the intention. If you did not pre-qualify for the top quali, you will be running these immediately to turn qualification times.
That means, of course, we don't have to somehow attempt to get one of the last spots for the top qualifying session, but we can purely focus on the car, improve the drivability, give the drivers time in the car who need more miles, and everyone always needs kilometers on the Nordschleife.
Copy, Patrick, understood. You can jump out, it's not it for the brake filling. We can discuss afterwards. Let's see, we have options eventually. So Patrick Cole will jump in, we are defueling, and then he will go for Nordschleife, we follow the plan.
Yeah, it wasn't really a smoothest start into the weekend. We had a fairly decent car in the quali race, I would say, and we started with a similar setup.
We expected rain for the entire week. Started off on slicks, started raining, changed to rain tires. I go out on my first lap in the rain, the car feels great. You enter the Nordschleife, we have so much rain that we're basically aquaplaning.
Aquaplaning everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it was heavy
everywhere.
We should not struggle with aquaplaning normally in the wet.
Coming here, I thought I would be more prepared.
No one comes here and says we're 100% prepared. No one is. He's so detail focused and loves to dig into the data, and the Nordschleife doesn't always allow that.
So it kind of teaches you to learn more about your driving by just feeling. Just go out and feel.
You just saw the corner in 1 hour 8 times, so how can you learn it quickly? By driving actually whole day.
Doesn't stop me from trying. I have spent more time than my wife would like to think in the sim, looking at data. I still do that, but that is just me trying to bridge the gap as much as I can.
So you didn't drive in the wet, huh? It just started to rain a bit.
Yeah, it started to rain a bit, and I was on dry. So the team told me, "Hey, just don't take any risks, bring it back." I'm just, turns out okay. The push lap, if it were dry, I think I would be comfortable with the car.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Easily said, it takes 4 times the amount of time to get the experience, but there's even much more to learn about. So I would say, in the end, it just takes time and a lot more than everywhere else.
We didn't have, I think, a single session which was just a clear dry or clear wet session.
I think you go for 3 laps. Okay. Then after Patrick goes with a new set of softs.
For me, it was the first time in a Porsche. I'm still learning the car. I don't know if it's normal that it feels like this, so I'm still a bit like, okay, is it really the setup, or is it just me need to get used to this feeling because it's a Porsche?
So that's a good lap. So good job. We do a driver change with Patrick.
If I push more on entry, that you feel the full fuel, like
The fuel effect.
yeah, the fuel. I feel a little bit, but
The car behaved quite tricky.
we're not in the right window.
Quite hard to drive. Especially where I have zero trust is in the turn-ins of all the high speeds. Flugplatzturning, Schwedenkreuz, Mutkurve. I'm such a pussy because it's so sharp and I don't know how I have to handle it.
The rear was quite loose, front was very, very strong and pointy, and obviously on a track like this, to build up confidence, that's not the easiest. I think especially also for Antares, that makes it even worse then.
It's good that we've done NLS 3 and 4 in the GT3, but the unfortunate thing is this place changes so much and the conditions change so much that I was able to do this in NLS 3 or 4 doesn't mean automatically I'll get near it. No.
From the GP, we do a big change on rear ride height.
The team was great in planning the stints already. They knew the track was drying and it was going into nighttime. There's not as much of a chance for me to do too much night running. Needy was already telling me, hey, after this corner there is a river, and this river is likely going to stay there. It's wetter than you think. In the dark, what you don't realize is the river actually is wider and the wet patch much longer beyond the river. So the moment you make that little assumption, you come back on the gas, the car snaps around, and before you know it, you're looking at the armco sliding sideways. Now, to come back with minimal damage to the car, that was lucky. I think I've had my ticket punched.
There is a bit of splitter, a bit of diffuser, but there is the 4 wheels there, so.
Yeah, no, the corners are okay, but no, it's basically the car was sideways.
Okay.
When I saw it happened, I was upset. Not like with him, but I know this would not be good for his confidence and everything. So
the moment you take the slightest liberty, it bites you. I don't want to drive the night. I am boxing now. That is not something you want to say as a driver. That is admission of defeat.
I can feel that Antares is putting a lot of pressure on himself. He sees himself as the weak part of the team, and
He doesn't think like this, but he's a really good bronze driver. He should recognize that also himself.
Yes, copy, confirmed. And if you need another one, you do another one. You need to get back the trust. He's afraid now, proper.
Essentially, Antares lost a lot of confidence there with the small contact he had on the wet patch.
The reason I think why he touched the barrier small is just because he's just thinking too much. Just let it go, just drive.
The guys I'm working with see this as their home race, so they want to succeed. So still need to put my best foot forward, help the people who are helping me. They're good guys, I try to be a good guy as well. It's been challenging. Not much running time. I think I've turned altogether 6 laps in 3 days, that's all. Now we're going to the race on that basis. Patrick, together with the engineer, decided to take a gamble, if you will, to change the springs in the car. Now this is not a small change. They did that right before the qualifying, and it was the right move. Kudos to them for taking that risk.
This is termed top qualifying 2. This is the battle. Through comes the Lion Speed car, Patrick Niederhauser's, and that's a creditable 10th position.
That's pretty good quality. Thank you, mate.
We were P12 overall in a field of 25 GT3 cars, and out of the 8 Pro-Am cars were the pole by, I think, a half-second margin.
Is informed.
Obviously, he's been surrounded by a whole bunch of pros.
Let's see how it develops. We are in lap 3 as far as I know.
We need only one more and then we could already pit for drying wets. Do again 5 laps.
For me, I have rain at around 9 o'clock. Olsen is on a slick, HRT on a cut slick.
Okay.
We will box now also on a slick.
Okay.
Happy. First hint was mega.
Given where the fog and the weather is, I'm suspecting there will be a red flag at some point overnight.
Sounds like it.
And if you red flag it, everything gets bunched up. It'll be terribly hurtful for me to be in the car after the bunch up.
Oh, the GT class is being clipped by one of the Caymans.
Please take care. A lot of debris. Get ready. Raindrop in carousel. Okay, Patrick, rain in cluster tal. Stay out. Do not overpush, but drive quick. We are racing.
was known that the weather is going to be quite a variable. We just had no idea it's going to be so bad.
Please give us update on the North Drive about fog situation. We think it's quite bad to drive. Please confirm. Copy, it's red flag, red flag, red flag.
This is Nordschleife and badness. It was really bad on the Grand Prix track. I couldn't see nothing. It was actually guessing where to go, where to find the apex. But the car's running well, leading Pro-Am, which is the goal. From what I heard just now is that we have the first confirmation or no information until 7 in the morning tomorrow.
You start or? No, I don't think so. I mean, the idea, there is an idea which can be good, because there is one lap on the safety car you can do, and then you let by the others, and then you just follow a bit for a lap, and then it's done.
Yeah, but it's kind of cheating. It's not driving racing.
The
others will complain as well.
I don't feel super comfortable about it.
It sounds like the organizers will try to at least push the cars, to run a few safety car laps to recon what's going out there. So I'll probably be part of that to see if we can actually do some racing.
But yeah, we're not gonna drive like this, huh? I think.
No chance.
It's crazy.
Five minimum formation lap, maybe 7.
Okay.
And I think it's right.
Okay.
The problem is, what I'm afraid, that if we do only 5 formation lap, then we need to add an extra stop, which is not a big drama, but it's not like
It's the 30-second, isn't it?
yeah, an extra stop is done. Everyone goes on slicks.
Okay.
And if you don't take any risk, anyway, we are there in safety car, that would be a 12-minute lap or something.
Exactly.
It will dry,
Yep.
and if you feel unsafe, you can also box after 5 laps to change.
Exactly. Formation lap. Nothing happens.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I'm okay
But
with it.
the light,
Good. Yeah.
easy, okay? I don't bleed any.
Yeah.
So pressure will be slightly higher, but it will be better for warm-up.
Okay. Copy.
Good, perfect.
Okay. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Slicks.
Funny.
So we go.
And we were talking about drying wets versus cut slicks, and now we're going for full slicks. All right. That's okay.
Antares, have fun.
Let's do it.
Enjoy.
At this point, I was in the car and the fields proceeding behind the safety car. Pretty clear the fog was clearing in parts of the track and the resumption seemed imminent. With every expectation that I'm about to go racing, the team had this rather interesting idea.
We change strategy, we try something. It will be a quick driver change, okay? That will be about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
So he will know to jump in the car, we try to finish the race.
Yeah.
There are special rules in Nürburgring where your pit stops can vary depending on how long you've driven. And if I were to leave the car and hand it over to me at that point, cutting my distance short, we could be going for the overall podium. That is the hope, but the race never restarted.
There will not be any restart. There will be a red flag and tracker red flag. We are P10 overall. Bring back the car on, and we are the winner of the Pro-Am class. That's a very good job, mate. Very, very good job.
Before I was able to actually contribute much to the whole effort, the red flag came. I think there's part joy, but more regret.
Nürburgring was for sure anything else than easy for him. I hope he will return to the Nürburgring.
A win is a win, yes, but I think ultimately we are the ultimate judges of ourselves.
A win is a win. I think he's been part of it since the very first lap the team together has done, that even including the preparation. Without Antares, we wouldn't have been there, period, and we won.
I think the credit goes out to the team. Did I contribute to it? Not as much as I would like to, but again, it's a team game. It's never about one person. It's always about everyone pulling their weight.